February 25th, 2025. So, yeah. Evidently, there's a war breaking out between Syria and Israel right now. Just when you think everything is calm, maybe getting a little bit easier, maybe starting to figure out some stuff. Hey, look at that. There's going to be some kind of peaceful something or other in the old Central Europe. Hey, look at that. Hezbollah and all the ceasefires are held up there. Everything's all good and hunky-dory. Everything's good. Oh, wait. Get your bingo card out. Syria and Israel are going to go to war. So, we're going to be talking about that towards the end. A lot of strikes on Damascus, and basically the Alawite and Druze communities are combining with Israel in the southwestern portion of the country to hopefully get some form of a leave me the heck alone for the Alawites and others that are living in this area, because, well, the government in charge of Syria is a rogue, how do I put it? It's former ISIS, you know? So do the math. Kurds having problems. Alawites having problems. Druze having problems. Well, they said, you know what? Screw it. Let's join together and we'll create our own autonomous whatever. And here we are. That's what we're going to be going over tonight. Pope, still alive, but not doing great. Economy's starting to crap the bed. We just covered that over on the old PrepperNow. So, a lot of problems, but, you know, hey, we'll figure it out. Right? Sure. You got 2 notifications. Whoa, Kermit, whoa. That's because I think all the Prepper channels are going away. My lord. Rudy Alaska Prepper, hadn't posted in a month. Prepper Nation, hadn't posted in a month. Gray Man Prepping, hasn't posted in a long time. Someone said Funky Prepper hasn't posted in a long time. You know, you make a hostile environment, people are going to walk away. So, me, I'm a fighter. I like to get right up in their face and rub it in their nose. So, that's what we're going to do here. Yep, that's right. Let's get to it. The most comprehensive news on YouTube. The Crisis Report by PrepperNow. Let's talk about all this stuff, including this potential war between Israel and Syria. Here we go. Germany, upcoming German Chancellor Merz will boost the army with 200 billion euros, preparing the country for battle with Russia, according to Bloomberg. This is according to World War III Idiot. Poland's foreign minister reveals that recently Putin has secretly sold off 100 tons of gold from Russia, their gold reserve. Israel, Golan intrusion of hostile aircraft. 8:39 local, Southern Golan, Yonatan, Haspin, Ramat Magshim, Hezbollah attack. Israeli Air Force, air defense is activated in southern Golan, suspicious drone infiltration. Russian-U.S. talks on Ukraine on the Saudi Arabian capital Riyadh will continue on Tuesday, February 25th. German newspaper Zeit reported, citing diplomatic sources. Trump's tariffs have hit the markets again. Liquidations are approaching $1 billion. But the numbers may be incorrect because last time the head of the Bybit exchange said the number of liquidations on his exchange alone was 4 times higher than all the exchanges in total. Therefore, the number may be much higher. In the absence of military assistance from the United States, Ukraine has enough weapons to continue fighting at the current pace until the summer of 29. Soon. Instead, partners from Europe want to fill the possible gap. As of now, Ukraine is approximately 55% self-sufficient in weapons. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov expected to arrive in Tehran, Iran, today for a consultation with his counterpart. France could deploy nuclear-capable planes to Germany if the United States were to pull out of Europe. Daily Telegraph states. Macron has been pushing Europe to hold a debate on the role that French nuclear weapons can play in the continent's defense. And this was an article from the Daily Telegraph. It is on the Substack. If you're into such things, you want to get a little bit deeper, but we'll leave it alone right now for now. Iran has put its defense systems around its nuclear sites on high alert amid fears of an attack by Israel and the U.S., according to the Telegraph. Iran has put its, we got that one. High alert in Iran. It's got its air defenses all keyed up because they think they're going to get attacked for the nuclear program. This just in, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu and Defense Minister Israel Katz met in Tel Aviv with U.S. Central Command Commander Michael Eric Kurilla. So, the United States and Ukraine are close to a deal that would give Washington a share of its natural resources revenues, being that Ukraine's security as well. It's according to the New York Times. In addition, former British Prime Minister Johnson advocated for the adoption of a renewed agreement on minerals with the U.S. The ship, identified as Hong Tai, was apprehended near Tainan after allegedly cutting the Taiwan Penghu No. 3 cable, disrupting connectivity to Penshu Islands. All Chinese crew is currently being held in Anping port as customers investigate which this incident is part of a deliberate gray zone tactic, a form of hybrid warfare aimed at destabilizing Taiwan without bringing direct military confrontations. Dennis Schmale, 500 billion euros will be needed to restore Ukraine, you think? Probably more than that. Such a restoration of Ukraine could become magnum opus for Europe, a key task last week for years to come. Ukrainian Prime Minister Denis Shmyhal said during a joint meeting of the Cabinet of Ministers and the European Commission, quote, "We have 300 billion worth of Russian frozen assets in Europe, and we need to be using it." Tashkent told journalists in Brussels, alongside the counterparts from Denmark, Sweden, Lithuania, and Latvia. Missile alert in Sevastopol. For the first time in a long time, the Ukrainian armed forces are attacking the city with cruise missiles. In an ominous move by the Vatican, there will be now rosary on St. Peter's Square from today onward until 9 p.m. Local time. Same thing happened days prior to Pope John Paul II's death in 2005. Very likely the Pope is now at a stage of multiple organ failure, according to people that have been briefed. Iran has bolstered defenses around nuclear sites, deploying more air defense systems amid fears of an Israel-U.S. attack. There we go. There are fears in Tehran that the U.S. could join Israel in a larger-scale attack, putting the Islamic Republic's existence in danger. Russia and Belarus have announced a joint military exercise called JAPAD 2025. Military exercise similar to the one in the lead up to the Russian invasion of Ukraine in 2022. Mysterious illness in northwestern Congo has claimed over 50 lives, with many cases proving fatal within 48 hours. It's let's just say it's bad. All right. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem announced he identified the ICE raid leakers and is firing them. Good. Trump administration charges 14 and arrests 8 members of a major smuggling operation brought hundreds of illegal immigrants into the U.S. Newly revealed documents show that under Joe Biden, the IRS exposed the tax information of at least 405 U.S. private citizens. Great job. Taiwan's Coast Guard detained a Chinese crewed cargo ship after a submarine communications cable was severed. Ship Hongtai, registered in Togo, anchored near the cable when it was cut. France may deploy nuclear-capable fighter jets in Germany, as well as part of a European deterrent umbrella. This move is considered a response to U.S. troop withdrawal threats and aims to send a message, a strong message, to Russia while encouraging other European nations to step up. All right. Europe may deploy nuclear-capable fighter jets in Germany as part of a European deterrent umbrella. Oh, wait, we got that one. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has just arrived in Tehran to meet and coach with Iranian officials. German authorities are preparing an emergency defense funding package worth $200 billion. This initiative, led by the Chancellor in Woking, Friedrich Merz, involves discussions with the Social Democrats to rapidly increase defense spending before a formal coalition agreement is reached. Goal is to bypass Germany's strict borrowing. Yep. So there you have it there. Polish President Duda expressed readiness to host all U.S. troops currently stationed in Germany and Poland. However, he has emphasized the importance of maintaining and potentially strengthening up U.S. military presence in Poland. He's citing assurances from U.S. officials that there are no plans to reduce troop numbers in this region. No, we don't have any plans like that, Taylor. Poland has purchased an additional 5,000 Starlink terminals for Ukraine, further enhancing Ukraine's communications capabilities and front lines. UK is prepared to deploy troops to Ukraine, but only under certain conditions. Prime Minister Keir Starmer has stated that UK is ready to send peacekeeping forces if Russia agrees to a peace deal involving European peacekeepers. However, he emphasized the importance of U.S. security guarantees and for a sustainable peace in Europe, suggesting that we go without these guarantees, not as important. All right, let me get the bottom one. Trump says that without the United States and its money, Russia would hang defeated Ukraine. Uh-oh. Where we go? Where was it? There we go. Have defeated Ukraine in a very short period of time. Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Sar says the new Syrian government is an Islamic terrorist group from Idlib and that took over Damascus by force. They are exacting vengeance on the Alawites and they are harming the Kurds. A lot of people believe that. Iran has put its defense systems around its nuclear sites on high alert amid fears of an attack by Israel or the U.S. Iranian authorities are just waiting for the attack and are anticipating it every night, and everything has been on high alert since. Energy crisis in Iran continues. As part of an energy-saving program, all schools and government offices in designated areas will be closed today. Don't have that map, sorry. Major blackout in Chile, 20 million people affected. Israeli Air Force is bombing HTS targets in the vicinity of Al-Kiswa area, south of the Syrian capital of Damascus. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says that southern Syria must be liberated from military presence of the jihadist regime of Damascus. We will not leave Syria and will not allow terrorist organizations to exist there. All right. Sources claim that 4 raids targeted military sites of the former Ba'athist regime, Syrian Arab Army, in the Al-Kiswa area in the vicinity of Damascus. Unknown HTS regime is retrofitting them into active bases. Israel Defense Minister Katz says the Air Force is now strongly attacking southern Syria as part of the new policy, and we have defined of pacifying southern Syria. We will not allow southern Syria to become a southern Lebanon. Any attempt by the Syrian regime forces to reestablish themselves in the security zone is southern Syria will be met with fire. Israel begins a plan to enter and control southern Syria. Urgent. Chilean government declares state of emergency, catastrophe in regions affected by the power outage in addition to imposing immediate curfews. These are problems. Kremlin on Tuesday praised Washington's balanced position after the U.S. voted with Russia at the United Nations to select condemnation of Moscow's campaign. University of Virginia, UVA, emergency alert. Police are looking for a suspect in the Alderman area. All students, faculty, and staff should shutter in place on the grounds. Suspect is a black male wearing a gray hoodie. Probably no pants. No, I'm just kidding. Please avoid the suspect. Yeah, they ever name someone and kind of fits them to a T. Just stay away from them. AI is going to replace 4,000 jobs in Southeast Asia's largest bank, DBS. White House official pushes to axe Canada from Five Eyes intelligence group, Ruh-roh. Denmark announces plans to ban smartphones at schools. 21 civil servants employees have resigned from Elon Musk. Oh, you work so hard trying to get your budget good. Yep, 21 civil servants gone. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said Tuesday that tariffs are a crucial part of President Donald Trump's economic strategy, asserting that they can be part, well, always something to deal with. Hold on real quick. All right, let's do it. Pope's condition will still critical but stable, Vatican has said. Elon Musk is going to attend Trump's first cabinet meeting on Wednesday. Ukraine has agreed on terms of minerals deal with United States senior Ukrainian officials in KP. Southwest Airlines jet attempting to land at Chicago Midway Airport nearly collided with a private plane on the runway. If you have not seen that video, you need to check it out, man. It was close. President Donald Trump signs an executive order suspending security clearances for Covington and Burling LLP staff who worked with Jack Smith. Trump says he will sell gold residency permits for $5 million. Countries that think Russian frozen assets should be handed over to Ukraine immediately are Poland, Czechia, Baltic countries. Countries opposing the initiatives are France, Germany, Italy, and Spain. So, Vatican, Pope Francis met with a hospital with Cardinal Pietro Parolin, Vatican Secretary of State, to discuss potential successors. He knows its time is up. Dramatic breakthrough. Negotiations being conducted between Americans for a significant expansion of the Abraham Accords. American envoy Witkoff arrives for a series of meetings in the region to close ranks. So, I'm not going to read that whole thing. It's kind of long, but plane carrying 155 Afghan migrants landed at Berlin Airport despite mass immigration being a key factor in the rise of popularity of the right-wing Alternative for Germany party, which came second in the recent parliamentary elections. The German's government continues its policies of open borders and accepting migrants from abroad. Interesting development. It seems the Druze in south of Syria and the Kurds in the north are moving towards creating a geographically continuous alliance with the Israeli supporters. This follows an Israeli demand for the demilitarization of southern Syria. Military plane crashed due to a technical failure in Omdurman, killing a number. Good country. Killing a number of high-ranking military officers. New Harvard-Harris poll, over 75% of U.S. voters want Hamas out of Gaza. 77% support Israel in its fight. 79% believe Hamas must release all remaining hostages. So I think that's reasonable. And on Iran, 76% of voters say Iran's nuclear facility should be destroyed, and a majority believe the U.S. should support Israel. So, tomorrow, phase one will be officially completed for the deal between Hamas and, what's going on in Gaza. Something big is going on in southern Syria. Reports of Israeli tanks and ground troops into the Daraa province, and according to some of the reports, are evacuating villages. Israel is implementing de facto Netanyahu's vision for the demilitarization of southern Syria. Former FBI Director James Comey is under investigation by the new Director Kash Patel for spying on Donald. No. House Republican spending bill is now passed. That's good and bad. And according to Open Doors, an NGO dedicated to protecting Christians. 33 of the 50 worst countries have seen for Christian persecution are Islamic, for our communist regimes, for our communist regimes, and then, yeah, okay. Rest are corrupt, agnostic dictatorships. Israel and the U.S. are not on the list. So there you have it. There is your crisis report for February 25th, 2025. If you'd like to join us, multiple ways to do that, from becoming a member to locals and Subscribestar. Yeah, just glad you're here, folks. Okay, keep prepping. Don't give up. God bless. Hit the like buttons and stuff, and we'll see you on the next one. Stack, stock, stick to the plan. Keep your hand on the swivel when your powder dry. Thanks for coming by. The old PrepperNow crisis report. God bless, friends. We'll see you on the next one.